Hello MotoGP fans, welcome back to ZNGP Today. The 2025 MotoGP season will see one of the strongest factory lineups in history as Marc Marquez joins double world champion Francesco Bagnaia at Ducati. Many expect tensions to rise between the two title contenders, but Marquez insists there will be no fallout. The six-time MotoGP champion believes both he and Bagnaia have matured enough to handle the fierce competition while maintaining respect off the track. MotoGP's reigning world champion, Jorge Martin, is facing a challenging start to his Aprilia debut in 2025. A pre-season crash at Sepang left him with multiple fractures, setting back his adaptation to the RSGP. With no test mileage under his belt, Martin is playing catch-up heading into the opening round in Thailand. However, MotoGP analyst Neil Hodgson believes Martin possesses one key skill that could help him bridge the gap faster than expected. After a challenging 2024 season, Yamaha has shown promising signs of resurgence in pre-season testing. So much so that Ducati's top brass, including Davide Tardozzi and Francesco Bagnaia, now consider Fabio Quartararo a genuine threat in 2025. But Yamaha boss Massimo Marigali isn't buying into the hype just yet, downplaying expectations despite the M1's apparent progress. Don't forget to click subscribe button and the bell icon for MotoGP news update. With Ducati assembling its strongest ever factory squad, the decision to bring in Marquez meant parting ways with 2024 champion Jorge Martin, who has since joined Aprilia. The move also left satellite team Pramac switching to Yamaha, and it was rumored that the VR46 camp was less than pleased with the decision. On paper, Marquez and Bagnaia's rivalry could spark fireworks. The two have already had on-track battles in the past, notably clashing at the Portuguese Grand Prix and exchanging aggressive moves in Spain. But Marquez believes their age and experience will allow them to keep their relationship professional. Speaking to El Hormiguero, Marquez explained how his approach to rivalries has changed over time. Marquez admits that, earlier in his career, he struggled to separate personal relationships from competition. If you put two roosters in the same pen at 22 or 25 years old, it's bad. It's a bomb waiting to go off. But now, I'm 32, and Pecco is 27. He's a gentleman, very calm. We worked together during pre-season, had many discussions to develop the best bike possible. But from the first race to the last, we'll each be fighting for our own interests on track. When I was 20, I didn't know how to differentiate. It was a matter of life or death. Now I see things differently. This way, there's unity within the team. Despite their mutual respect, Marquez knows Bagnaia will not back down when the lights go out. Pecco is a gentleman, he never raises his voice. But on the track, he's the biggest warrior. If he has to put his bike on you, he will. That's how he is. This understanding between them could be crucial in ensuring Ducati avoids internal conflicts while fighting for the championship. Marquez has already made a strong impression with Ducati, topping the final preseason test in Thailand and delivering a stunning race simulation that caught the paddock's attention. Ducati will begin the 2025 season using its 2024 spec engine after the 2025 version failed to meet expectations under braking. The team will also start with last year's chassis and aero package, though an updated version is set to be evaluated after the Spanish GP in April. With both Marquez and Bagnaia in top form, Ducati heads into the season as the team to beat. But as the battle for the title unfolds, will their professional respect hold firm, or will the heat of competition reignite old tensions? Marquez and Bagnaia are preparing for a fierce but respectful battle in 2025, and all eyes will be on how their partnership unfolds. Will Ducati's gamble on fielding two champions pay off, or is a clash inevitable? The season opener in Thailand will give us our first clues. Martin's 2025 season got off to the worst possible start when he crashed out on the first day of official testing at Sepang. The accident left him with a fractured right hand and multiple broken metatarsals in his left foot, forcing him to return to Spain for surgery and miss the remainder of preseason. For Hodgson, this was a huge blow, not just for Martin, but for the overall championship battle. "I feel slightly robbed with what's happened to Jorge Martin, crashing so early in the preseason test. He's ended up with zero data, zero experience riding that Aprilia. The only good news is that the bike looks strong in the hands of Marco Bezzecchi, who's obviously super talented as well." The modern MotoGP format, with its compressed race weekends and sprint races, makes it even harder for riders to adapt to a new bike without a proper preseason. Martin won't have the luxury of gradual testing. He'll have to learn on the fly while competing against fully prepared rivals. It's tough because race weekends go by so quickly. Before you know it, you've got to try and get yourself into Q2, get that all-important top 10 in practice. It's a lot of pressure. In addition, any development work on the 2025 Aprilia has been shaped by Bezzecchi's feedback. If their riding styles differ significantly, Martin may struggle even more to get comfortable. Since he missed all the testing, any development of the new bike will have gone in the direction of Bezzecchi's feedback. He's got to hope that the base setting works for him when he jumps on the bike in Buram. If it does, that will help shortcut the adaptation process. Despite the challenges ahead, Hodgson believes Martin has one key advantage that could help him get up to speed quickly: his ability to deliver blistering single-lap performances. One thing working in his favor is that he's naturally very fast over one lap. He's been incredible at it throughout his career. Some riders struggle when you put in a soft tire and ask for a perfect lap, but not him, concluded. That raw speed could help Martin secure strong grid positions, giving him a fighting chance even before he's fully comfortable on the Aprilia. With no preseason testing and limited time to adjust, Jorge Martin's Aprilia debut won't be easy. But if his natural speed can compensate for his lack of familiarity with the RSGP, he might still emerge as a serious contender. The season opener in Thailand will be a crucial first test of his resilience. Yamaha endured a nightmare 2024 campaign, failing to score a single podium for the first time in the modern MotoGP era. However, a winter of intense development under new technical director Max Bartolini has breathed new life into the project. The improved M1 turned heads during testing at Sepang and Buram, particularly in the hands of Fabio Quartararo. So much so that Ducati's team manager, Davide Tardazzi, has openly declared Yamaha a rival for the upcoming season. Francesco Bagnaia and Aprilia's Massimo Rivola have acknowledged that Quartararo could be a serious challenger. But despite the outside optimism, Yamaha team manager Massimo Marigali remains realistic about their chances. "That, for me, is a bit too much," he told MotoGP.com when asked if Yamaha should aim for regular top 5 finishes. Instead, Marigali believes the real goal is to gradually close the gap to the front as the season progresses. "We always try to be objective and realistic. I would like to see, from the second part of the season, a situation that allows us to stay closer to the riders in front. But at Sepang, we got a good sign. And now we also have more engineers and more people, and I hope this will help us speed up everything." One major boost for Yamaha in 2025 is the expansion of its grid presence. For the first time since 2022, it will field 4 bikes, having secured Pramac as its new satellite team. Marigali believes this will significantly accelerate development. Having multiple riders providing feedback is already paying off. "First of all, we really need to get used to it. But the fact we can have much more data is just an advantage. This new partnership is only powerful. So, we have more information to share. There is always one corner where one rider is faster than the other, it's a fact. We saw already the benefit of this at Sepang and Buram. If 3 or 4 riders have the same point of view, it helps to speed up results and the bike's performance." Yamaha's winter improvements have certainly caught the attention of the MotoGP paddock, but Massimo Marigali is keeping expectations in check. While Ducati sees them as potential rivals, Yamaha remains focused on long-term progress. The opening round in Thailand will give the first real indication of just how competitive the new M1 really is. Thanks for watching ZNGP Today, and this is your MotoGP news update. See you next time.